Hi, Sue Ricks here, and this is a different video. I thought that it would be a good opportunity to share, in case you know anybody else who's in a similar boat, of what it's like to travel with a power chair. So I'm just about to go off on holiday with a really good friend of mine, and this is a big deal for me because I haven't been away since I was teaching in Hawaii and Seattle. I was teaching reflexology, and I'm about to go on a cruise. So I'm going on a cruise with Cunard, and Cunard have been amazing. And I thought it'd be an opportunity to share about some of the things that have been necessary, because I found out that travelling and getting out and about is really not easy when you're in a power chair. So my power chair, as in a powered wheelchair, is it's my legs, it's my motor, it's my car, it's so important because it's how I get out and about. Now, my power chair is a big power chair because I'm big. So as you know, I've got lipedema, and I'm accused of being fat and lazy, and actually, you know, as you can see from my hands, so I'm actually bigger, so my hips, so I'm shaped like a triangle. So I've got really big hips, which mean I need a big wide power chair, which means that I don't fit in my power chair through regular standard doorways. Now, newly built homes have got places where you visit, I can't think of the word now, buildings, there we go, built to new code, they have wide doorways. So I'm much better off in newly built properties, and my son is in the building trade and he's given all the information about that. And I have done lots and lots of work and research to find out about what I can and what I can't do. So I found out that there were things like I could go into certain places and I just knew I wasn't going to be able to get my chair through that doorway. And that's loads. So one of the places where I was going to do some teaching, I can't even get in the teaching space because my chair won't go through. So to be able to go on holiday, which is what I'm so excited about. I'm just about to go away. I'm going with a really great girlfriend of mine, and the two of us are going on a Cunard cruise, and we're going to go to the Norwegian fjords. And I'm really excited about it. And I wanted to tell you that Cunard have been amazing, and the sorts of things that you have to do. So, having been to stay at a hotel, I booked the hotel, having spoken to them and got to check that they could check that my power chair would get through the doorway. And we booked in at the hotel and they said, your power chair will go through the doorway. Absolutely fine, you'll be fine. Fine access. So we booked an accessible room. We went on the day. We actually booked the hotel round the corner just in case it wasn't okay. And I needed to get back home because I haven't stayed away. I've been here so much. So we booked in, we went down to the room, and it wouldn't go through the doorway. By loads, it wouldn't go through the doorway. So it turned out, and this is something that's why I'm doing the video, it happens so often that people say, yeah, the wheelchair will go in. What they mean is a regular sized wheelchair with somebody behind you who will tip you or help you or move you or squeeze you through a little doorway. But my power chair is quite wide, but it's also quite long, and that's so that it can keep its balance. And so the turning space it needs quite a bit of space because it's quite long. So many places that people say, yeah, that'll be fine, and are not fine. So you might know somebody else, because I've now met other people in the lipedema community who are also going, God, this is really hard. And so many people, sadly, are stuck behind closed doors, are like I was, you know, bedbound, housebound, and not able to get out. So this is a big deal for me going on this cruise. And I'm going because I've got the confidence to go, because I'm confident that my friend will help me, I will help me. Cunard have really helped me too, as have my tour company who've helped me. Kelly at Dialer Flight have helped so much. So you need to get the sort of tour operators and everybody on board. You need to give them the dimension of your chair. You need to, so it's widthwise, it's lengthwise. You need to know what the weight is of your chair. So for instance, like being able to get up the gangplanks or to be able to get on and off the cruise, there's weight limits on certain things. So you need to check that out. Another thing that I found you need to check out is the height of tables, because they did a refit at a local place near here. It's the Harvester restaurant. It's a regular chain. They did a refit and I couldn't get my chair underneath the new tables. Fortunately, we found there is one table that I can get my chair underneath, and they know me now. So they're really great. And if I can, I sit at that table. And if not, I sit in the bar. So I can get in there as well. So you need to check the width of doorways. You need to check the width of corridors so you can turn. Going into restaurants, not only you've got to check the doorways, you've got to check that there's the room in between tables, because they don't really accommodate. It's not so easy to get through. And my family and my friends have been amazing. They've learned so much about the reality of my life. And they now go round spotting, is this Sue friendly? So, you know, is there going to be wheelchair access? So my friend has a lovely place that she's just opened, a new acupuncture clinic. The builders have just built new disabled access with wheelchair access. What that meant was there was a ramp, too steep for my chair, and then it was flat, but the door opened onto the flat and it was so narrow. Absolutely no way I'd have got in. My lovely friend has gone, no, Sue's coming to the opening. We need to be able to have a disabled access. And I am thrilled. Not only did I go and it was brilliant, and her clinic, it's called Cycles of Change, and it's at Houghton. So if anybody's in my area, please go and see Dr. Carolyn Edelston. All of you who came to the UK Reflexology Conference know Dr. Carolyn Edelston, amazing acupuncturist. But not only has she got great access that I could do, but all the other people who are going to go who need disabled access are going to have so much of an easier ride, because it's a much more gentle slope. There's a much wider space to turn in. The door opens and there's room, and it's just brilliant. We're not asking a lot when we're in a power chair. We're not asking for the earth. We're quite happy to accommodate, but there are certain things we'd love to be able to do. So check out the width of your chair. Tell everybody. Check the length of your chair. Know the weight of your chair. Find out the height of the tables. Know what height you need from the floor up to the point where your chair with the arms goes underneath the chair. So if you know anybody who's in a similar situation to me, I hope this really helps. So if you've got lipedema and you think you can't travel, please know you can. So I have stayed at the Link Hotel at Loughborough. Right, that was when I used something called a luggy buggy, which is a much smaller chair. I can't stay out at it for long, but if you've got lipedema, get a luggy buggy. Right, and you need to get the luggy buggy super, because that's the one that will accommodate us. That will go through smaller doorways. So I have stayed at the Link Hotel at Loughborough. I have stayed somewhere else. I'm not going to mention it because it didn't work out at all. But another place that I've been to, this was just to check out what's it like to go travel with friends and have a fun time. I've also stayed at a place that I never expected I would be saying, but I've stayed at the Drayton Manor Hotel. They were so well set up for disability, absolutely marvellous. A big room, right, a big walk-in shower room, because the other hotel that I went to, they were like, yeah, it's fine, absolutely wonderful, but it was a bathroom. I want a wet room. So we went upstairs, said we go to the second floor. This is in a completely different hotel I'm not going to name. Go to the second floor, that's where we have our wet rooms. I couldn't get in the lift. I was able to find a new way to be able to get to the second floor, and we went to these rooms, the accessible rooms, wet room, couldn't get through the door. So same hotel, could get through some which had just got baths in, no good for me. Another one which had got the shower rooms, the wet rooms, which would have been great for me, but I couldn't get through the door. So the Drayton Manor Hotel was amazing. So I could get in. It was marvellous. Again, I used my luggy buggy, and on the cruise I'm going to be using my power chair, and also going to take my luggy buggy as well, so that if there's any tight spaces or anything that I want to use, I'm well set up. Now, I know it sounds like a lot of effort and a lot of activity, and I'm taking a lot of stuff, because I am. So however, I want to go, I want to have a great time, and that's what I'm doing. So if you know anybody else, then please, this will help, then please share. If not, I've just told you the reality of how things are. Hope it helps somebody out there. Feel free to comment or to message me if you want to. My website is suericks.com, or you can message me office@suericks.com if I can help you. Lots of love. Bye.